What's up, YouTube? Yeah, Toothless, you always come around at the right time, don't you? Tell you the truth, man, he just can't get, he never can get enough of me, man. We got a bond that's really close, man. He has to be right beside me. I guess it's because right after my accident, he laid in the bed with me until I recovered. It took me a long time for my foot to heal. Probably covering up something, I'm sorry. In case you missed it, I was just loving on my dog, telling everybody he has to be right beside me. Well, here's what we got. We got a ready heater. And bought this thing for 20 bucks at the pawn shop. They didn't know what was wrong with it. They said it needs work. So I said, well, can you at least plug it in and let me see what it's doing? Plugged it in. Really, I couldn't tell you heads or tails about these things, how they're supposed to work, what happens when you plug them in, but he plugged it in and the flame came on in the front, or excuse me, the little igniter thing, the ticker, tick, 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 the electronic ignition, it came on in the front. So I figured, well, you know, they didn't have no propane tank to hook to it, but I figured I'd take a chance for 20 bucks. Pulled the top off, rigged the schematics over there, made sure everything was getting some, what happened? Uh-oh. My phone went dim. Got it plugged in because it's going dead, so I just got it plugged in. But to make sure I had voltage to where the motor wasn't turning, I went ahead and bought me some propane. I borrowed the propane tank, filled it up, plugged it in. First, the motor wasn't coming on. You know, the motor wasn't coming on when it was in the store, but I don't know about none of these things. You know, I really can't tell you, you know, if these motors are supposed to come on and when you plug them in or not, you know. So, but obviously the motor is supposed to come on when you plug them on, when you first plug them in. Because I took a tester and I tested the terminals where my fan was plugged in. Basically, it's a pretty simple setup. Because I know a lot about heat and air, I can just look at the parts and tell you. This is your thermocouple that when it senses heat and it gets this thermocouple hot enough, it goes and cuts on, goes through here through a relay, which in return has a heat sensor down there. You got two sensors in here, man. You got your thermocouple over here, you got your electronic ignition over here, and back down in there you can't see it. If I can lift up the other end. That one right there, that's the over the limit switch. But me just not wanting to check all that stuff out, saved myself a lot of time. I seen if the fan was getting power to the fan, and the power and the fan was getting power to the fan. The bearings on it was toasted. I mean, that housing is supposed to be solid. It's not supposed to go back and forth like that. This was like really baked. It got hot. The bearings got too hot on it. There was a little There was a little oil poured on the back of it. Somebody probably didn't oil it, I don't know. So anyway, I'm stuck, you know, figuring what am I going to do. And then I got an idea. I went and took apart a microwave. Said maybe I can use a fan out of a microwave, because microwaves do have fans like this, but the fan obviously, it's in there right now. I done took it apart. I hang on to everything, y'all. I really do. I don't throw nothing away for times like this, you know. But anyway, the fan wasn't big enough in that microwave to push the air through this tunnel, the wind tunnel. So I figured, hey, wonder if this thing will work. This is something that I put together. I don't know, we'll have to give it a shot and see what happens. I do know this, that right down in here in this area, this hole right here, this is your tube that feeds the propane. When you push this button right here, it bypasses this thermocouple, and it pushes gas through here. And from, you know, I keep repeating myself, but from doing heat and air, you know, there's a jet right here, right there. If there's any wind blowing around this thing at all, it's going to disturb the gas that's going through that hole. If it's dirty, if it's got something in the way, if it's obstructed, if the little jet on the end's clogged up, it's not going to work properly. Sometimes with heat units and houses, sometimes that would happen. You know, the little jets would get clogged up, get trash in it. So you just can't put this fan right up next to it, you know. And I know y'all are thinking that maybe this fan is a little bit too powerful for it. I don't know, just have to see. We'll have to see. Phone came unplugged again. I'll have to find something to raise it up, get it together. I think I got something over here. Man, I wish I had a tripod, man. Sorry about that, the phone went off. I really do need to invest in a tripod very badly. I keep saying that. One thing at a time. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If this is going to work, this fan, yes baby, yes baby. This fan can't just blow in this area right here. It's got to be right up next to the back of this heater. Because if there's any air disturbing this area right here, that jet is going to disturb the flow of that propane going down the hole. It won't work. And if this fan is too much air, it won't satisfy this thermocouple here. If it's too little air, it'll get too hot in there with the propane, and it'll set that over the limit switch off. So, don't know how bad you want it. I'm just going to try this stuff out and see if it works anyway. Can't hurt for trying. I know what y'all are saying. You're gonna blow yourself up, Limpy. Well, look here, man. I don't think I'm gonna blow myself up. I really don't. That's about the right height. I don't think I'm gonna blow myself up because there's limit switches on here that cut the gas off. There's safety features on this sort of thing. And as long as you don't jump nothing out trying to make it work to keep the gas turned on, as long as you let those safety features work like it's supposed to, and when you let go of this button, if it cuts off, that means your idea has failed. I do know that. I know that from experience. Don't mess with these, don't jump none of the limit switches out, don't jump the current thermocouple out, you will blow your ass up, excuse the French, if you don't follow those rules. Okay. What else am I going to need? Just bear with me here, people. Oh, I guess I better make it quick because the camera already shut off and now I got to edit this stuff together, and my editing machine is one of those stories where it's only a cell phone editing software. It's not very good software to be doing long videos with because your phone can't hold that much memory and think at the same time. But we're going to get some tape here, at least seal this top off right here when I get this thing butted up. But maybe I can accomplish this with one hand. See if this is going to be the right height. I'll be darned. I got lucky on this one. It's a perfect fit. Man, I gotta say, that's perfect. Look at that. Let me back it up so you can see. See the little titties right here? Those titties go perfect on the corners. Well, it looks like I'm going to need both hands. Dadgummit. I had to put the camera down. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing the best I can, you know. Need to give me a tripod. I know they're not that much money, but, you know, I'm just... Right now, it's taking every penny I got. My son, he's giving it 110%. He's been working on this thing after school every day. Just something that I have no desire of doing. I get under there and I tell him how to do it and what he needs to do, and he gets under there and does it. But I'm not the man to be crawling underneath the car. Found a radiator leak. We'll get into all that later. When he gets back, we'll shoot a video of that. Right now we're doing this, trying to get some heat in this shop. So anyway, I took some screws and I went ahead and screwed it up. It's a perfect fit. I went ahead and took some full tape and put over the top of this so you ain't having no blow air blowing through this area, through these cracks or anything. I went ahead and put the top back on. And so let's give it a shot and see what we got. There's that electronic ignition that I told you about. Now we're just going to take it slow. Oh, Big Lou's trying to call. I got to make this video quick because he's trying to call me. But we're going to try the low speed first. It says I hold it for 15 seconds. Hey! Yeah! Ain't that some redneck ingenuity there? If anybody ever wants to try this, the way you adjust your airflow on this thing, you see this cover right here? That adjusts your airflow. I've always ran this fan with this on here because it's always good to cover it up. It's good to cover up one side because these fans, these squirrel cages work best if they have a load on them. And whatever you do, you don't want to. You do not want to restrict the airflow coming out of the front of the fan. It's not a good idea to do that. It even works on high too. Need to screw all this back together. This is an old file cabinet. I'll have to make me a stand. Of course, I think it'll be all right, man. I'll just have to customize a stand for all this. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go so I can enjoy my heat. I'll catch y'all later. Lemster out.